So earlier today, the Philadelphia Eagles announced that they would be allowing Nick Foles to enter free agency to go to wherever he wanted to go. And personally, that was the option that I liked the best. Because the Eagles get a third-round compensatory pick. And Nick Foles, I'm a huge Nick Foles fan. Allowing him to go to wherever he wanted to go to. That was something that I thought was completely admirable. I didn't think that we would tag him, and I didn't think that he would sign on to that option. I think that he wants to be a starter, and he's going to go out there and prove himself for the second time on a professional sports team that's other than the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, a lot of people, they got really pissed off about this because they thought that the Eagles were doing Nick Foles dirty. Now, I'm not going to name any names, but the fact of the matter is, I don't understand how that's doing Nick Foles dirty, okay? Nick Foles isn't going to be anything more than a backup on the Philadelphia Eagles. And the only way he would have been a starter is if he would have won the Super Bowl 53. That's the only way it would have happened. This organization is so dead set on Carson Wentz moving on that they're not going to mess with anything. They're not going to mess with anyone else going forward. Unless, of course, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. I don't understand this because Nick Foles is going to go to some team and he's going to get $30 million a year. He's going to get Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo kind of money because he's saying to himself, hey, I can win a playoff game. Kirk Cousins can't. Why can't I get money? He's saying to himself that I was a starter winning a Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo, he gets, $30 million. Why can't I get $30 million? And I think that's his thought process. I think that a lot of people see the NFL, their mind is so warped that they see the NFL in this standpoint of a video game where they're like, oh, I can sign this player and that player and keep this player. I can keep all the players I want, and I play on rookie mode because I'm not good at anything else. So that's how they see this. They don't see this in a real world salary cap situation. And the fact of the matter is that the Philadelphia Eagles aren't going to be able to afford a $25 million backup and like a $9 million starter. It's not going to work. And again, if the Eagles had decided to get rid of Carson Wentz, I'd be all for it. I'm one of the biggest Nick Foles stands out there. I have his Vapor Untouchable jersey. Okay, this is $350. So believe me, I'm a huge fan of Nick Foles, and unlike the people who have been faking themselves as fans of Nick Foles, I've been a fan of Nick Foles since 2009, since I was a sophomore in college at the University of Arizona. Okay? I'm one of the biggest Nick Foles supporters, and being as though this team wants Carson Wentz to be the starter, and they don't see Nick Foles in their immediate future, I want him to go to a place where he's going to succeed and where he's going to get as much money as possible. I don't care where he goes. I don't. Most people don't understand that there are 4 possibilities here. The first possibility is to sign Nick Foles to a $30 million plus deal and trade Carson Wentz. The second possibility is to give Nick Foles his option of $20 million and then trade him. But first, you got to find a trade partner. And obviously, the Eagles couldn't find a trade partner that they liked. The third option is that they franchise tag him for $25 million and then trade him. But then first, you need to find a team to trade him with. And they probably couldn't find that. So the fourth option is the obvious option, and let him test free agency. Let him get whatever deal he wants. I know that if he doesn't do well there, he'll just come right back here because he loves Philadelphia. You have to understand that people don't get this. People don't understand, and Cowboys fans are probably coming to terms with this. These quarterbacks want money, okay? There's no loyalty here. They want money or they will get out. Okay, this isn't the Yankees with Derek Jeter or the Patriots with Tom Brady. Or the Mavericks with Dirk. It's not one of those things. Rarely do you ever have any loyalty. Now let me talk about these fake Nick Foles fans. I'm not talking about every person who supports Nick Foles. I am probably talking about most of them. And these people are probably some of the most degenerate people on the internet. But here's the thing. most of you, before his Super Bowl run ever happened, when Carson Wentz got injured against the Rams, when he tore his ACL, oh no, our season's over. Nick Foles isn't good enough to lead us to the promised land. What did I say? What did I say? Can anyone tell me what I said? Can anyone tell me what I said? It's Gucci. We have Nick Foles. And people are like, oh, you're just a Foles fan. You're just a homer. Yeah, I'm just a homer. I supported the Super Bowl MVP before he was a Super Bowl MVP. Okay? I wasn't the guy who was praying that Carson Wentz comes back as soon as possible. And then when the team was 1-1 and they lost to the Buccaneers, they're like, oh, I wish Carson Wentz was back and everything's going to be better, even if that means that he's coming back too quickly. Or a situation where when Chimp Kelly traded Nick Foles to the Rams for Sam Bradford, most of you people were like, oh, I'm so glad we got rid of that Nick Foles guy. He sucks because his stats weren't good. Right? I have never once shamed the name of Nick Foles. I have never taken my jersey off and stomped it out. I've never swore his name. I've never done that because I've been a Nick Foles fan from the very beginning, okay? I never paraded around the name of Chimp after he traded Nick Foles for Sam Bradford. I never did that. You know why? Because I had an IQ in my brain. I had some smarts. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing I'm going to say, okay? I'm not saying that you can't go against the grain. I'm not saying that you cannot question the status quo. But what I am saying is at least be consistent. At least be consistent with yourself. Because I've eaten crow with players, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, Doug Peterson, Nelson Aguilar, all those guys. I've eaten crow with all of them, okay? But one thing that I will say is I will never buy one of their jerseys because I've already said mean things about them, okay? I've already said that I don't think that they're as good as everyone else thinks that they are. But hey, I'm willing to eat crow because I was wrong, okay? I will always admit when I'm wrong. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's a great idea that we keep Carson, he's a sure thing, and that we get rid of Foles. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that we all need to just take a step back and understand that none of us have any control over this. Everyone's here trying to go around, trying to be right. You're not always going to be right, okay? We don't have any control over this. We're not the front office. We're not Howie Roseman. We're none of those people, okay? We're just fans. We're just fans that wear the logo. That's it. And cheer for the team. That's it. So if you want to keep wigging out, if you want to keep, raging at your computer, you can continue to do so. But it's not going to bring Nick Foles back. Sorry. That's all I have, everybody. I hope you have a nice day. Peace.